Hello and welcome to the ReviewTubers, where we review and discuss movies. I'm your host, Josh Summers, and my co-host,
Jared Meston.
And today we're going to be talking about Star Wars 7, just everything Star Wars 7.
J.J. Abrams!
What if the JJ stands for Jar Jar?
I wish it was Snyder!
Alright, so when Lucasfilm, George Lucas specifically, sold over all his properties to Disney, what did he get, 4.0?
I think it's 4.5.
4.5, we'll just say that, $billion. Billion!
But that's about how much the Star Wars movies have made.
Yeah, so I don't know about that.
Plus all the merchandise, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's true. Merchandising's probably almost doubled that.
No, he's set up for like 400 more years of luxurious living, probably.
Yeah.
Nobody does in science fiction.
No. Alright, so, he sold all the rights to Disney, and basically they went out right as soon as they got it and said, we're going to make Star Wars 7. We're going to make a new trilogy for the Star Wars universe.
And your first reaction to this was?
Oh my god. No, I don't. It was definitely mixed, seeing as it's like how many years since the original trilogy? 29 years. 29 years, you know.
That's 30.
29. Oh, it's 2000. No, but when he sold it, it was 2012.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Anyways, so you can't have any of the original characters. Alright?
The actors are too old.
They're too old. Even Harrison Ford being in Indiana Jones, he's getting old, and
you cannot cast new people in those roles. That's just
so like you can't bring back Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia. Yeah, exactly.
Now you can't.
Yeah, you can't do that. So
Chewbacca can come back.
Like you can have some of those characters like R2-D2, C-3PO. Even like a Yoda type figure if you wanted to make a spin-off instead of continue the trilogy.
Luke Skywalker could be the Yoda type figure.
Which that's what he's supposed to be. I mean, like all the books they've written, he's the Jedi Academy master.
I was actually going for Thrawn trilogy.
Oh, that's
The problem is he's not old in that one.
Yeah, it's true.
It would be a story.
So like how do you think they're gonna go on to this? Like,
well, I think they're definitely going to have to make since the New Republic is pretty much a galactic affair, they're going to have to make a big threat to the New Republic. So it's probably going to be, remnants of the Empire of some sort, and you're going to have some sort of Sith. So my guess is, as a fan, what I would want to see is like the old Sith Empire, people who survive on like rogue planets come out and... Because that'd be a different type of Sith, because they'd actually... It's not like watching the original an old man versus a cybernetic old man.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting.
Like, that would work. Theoretically it would work, but... I don't know how you can span that to 3 movies.
Well,
because a lot of the fans want it to be true to the books, but I'd rather them make something of their own instead of trying to stretch and manipulate, because all in all, they're going to change so much, they're going to do so much to the actual lore that all these writers have created, that the fans aren't going to want that. They're not going to want, instead of Han Solo to have 2 kids like 700. Or never to get married at all. Or having Han Solo get killed violently. Or that's how they explain there's no more characters, they all die. Or are they going to span it 100 years into after Return of the Jedi? Like how far do you think they're going to go?
There is one book I read, I think it's called Obsessed or Fate of the Jedi.
Fate of the Jedi. Yeah,
that is what I'm talking about. The ancient Sith crashed on a planet, and there's just like a whole planet full of ancient Sith. And the Luke Skywalker stumbles upon it, and the Jedi versus Sith, kind of like the Old Republic.
Right.
That'd be cool.
But then, does it take out too much of the Star Wars? Like, all in all, it came to the space battles.
Yeah.
In the end, that's what I mean, that's what it started with, and that's what it ended with.
That's what the originals relied on because the saber duels were.
They were all right
For the time.
for the time they were revolutionary. So we all know J.J. Abrams is set to direct this, which I don't
Traitor.
know. I don't know why they would want to do that. I really don't. See, you just really PO all of the fans.
As a Trekkie,
Exactly.
You're betraying Star Trek, and you're betraying Star Wars.
Yes.
Make up your mind.
I don't want one person to be able to control the fate of both
Both are
most
great.
successful sci-fi franchises of all time.
No, like they're number 1 and 2 right there.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, if you think about it,
And we all know the 2009 Star Trek sucked.
Yeah, well,
It sucked.
not new fans like it, old fans
Old
no.
fans, no.
Kind of like the prequels.
People that like the original series, Next Generation, Enterprise, they weren't into that because they messed up the lore.
The new one looks good though.
The new one, yeah, Into Darkness does look very good, but we're on the track of Star Wars.
Okay.
So, but,
I think it should have gone to Zack Snyder because he's also a Star Wars fan.
yes, we are. Yeah, we agree. We've agreed on that.
Yeah, and I think it would be a more visual experience.
I just think that they never should have bothered. I think they should have let it go and did spin-off films instead of creating like Bounty Hunters.
Rumor. Zack Snyder is rumored to be
Standalone?
directing a spin-off samurai Jedi film.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That I have no problem with.
I'd rather them do spin-offs and standalones.
Honestly.
I just don't know how they're gonna be able to just deliver a trilogy for Star Wars that the fans are gonna like. You'll have the child audience because Star Wars has always done that. It's people shooting, people having sword fights, people shooting each other in space. Everybody likes that.
It's gonna be like the Phantom Menace. Everybody goes to see it, and if it's great, they're gonna go see the other ones. But if not, they're never gonna watch the other ones.
Because it all comes down to number 7. If you can really set the bar, then everybody will love it. But if you don't give the 7th one a chance, no one's gonna go see 8 and 9.
No.
I mean, it's gonna make a crap ton of money. We all know it's gonna make so much money.
Oh yeah. Just
Because
like Phantom Menace is the...
exactly. But it's the worst one. Like Phantom Menace has made so much money, but it's not that great.
I'm a prequel fan, so I'm just not.
I hate prequels. The prequels were the worst thing that happened.
The prequels
Star
are what
Wars.
got me on Star Wars, so I'm just not gonna comment.
No.
I'll tell you what I would love to see. Instead of sequels to the original trilogy, make something, another prequel, but not...
Do you mean like or you mean like
Republic.
Really far back,
Like
the old Republic? Yeah, I was
that's
say,
what
like,
I want to
1,000
see.
years back, exactly.
That's what I want to see. Forget everything that happened after that.
Like, I want to see the Sith rise.
Me too.
Like, actual Sith rise.
I want to see the ancient Sith on their planet. And then the Great War or whatever between the empires. I mean, I want to see that.
But I also would rather...
That'd be like 6 movies.
Yeah, but then I don't want it to be a 30-film franchise.
Right.
I want them to get it done with and make some cool TV spin-offs, whatever they're going to do with it. Whatever they're going to do, I don't care. Just get it over with, please.
Okay, so we talked about that. We've talked about how we don't want it to happen.
Right.
And what it should be about.
Right.
How do you think it's going to be done?
Seeing as JJ is directing it, I think they're going to have too much dialogue, actually. Tell you the truth, I think there's going to be too much.
Yeah. You either don't get good dialogue or too much.
Yes. We're going to get so much, I guess,
story.
Almost for everyone. We're going to see someone's going to say in the movie how the Empire fell.
Yeah.
Someone's going to have to explain it.
That's pointless, though.
Which is pointless to actual Star Wars fans.
One thing I don't get about Return of the Jedi is they destroy a space station and beat the Empire one time, and the Empire magically is supposed to fall.
Yeah, exactly.
There
are so many other garrisons of stormtroopers and so many other officers, admirals.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just no way the Empire would fall like that.
So then there's probably part of the Empire left then at this time.
Exactly. Well, we all know that because we've read the books. We're fans. We know that this is a fan, and that's one of the things that I say. That's why they need to make new things, because I don't want to see something I've already read.
Right.
In Star Wars, I want something that is new, something that I haven't seen before.
And there's a lot of room with that.
Right.
Prior
Right.
to everything. Yeah. I think JJ is going to put too much story in one movie and have nothing left for the other ones.
Exactly.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he abandoned Star Wars like he's kind of doing. Like, he's still going to produce, but still.